watching around the world.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into RSVP Sport. For Ronnie Jean, I'm Jonah Francis. We'd like to thank you for listening to our first podcast. If you haven't listened to it, please listen to it. You can find it on YouTube at RSVP Sport. Also follow us on Twitter at RSVP Sport. Let's jump right on into it. Here we go.
Well, you know what it was with Pop. Pop said, if the ball sticks, we die.
Yeah.
Ball movement, at the end of the day, what's going to save the Spurs. And last night was a clear-cut example of that. I want to get into a quick soundbite from Boris Diaw when he spoke with NBA TV crew.
Boris, when you guys move the basketball, you're unstoppable. So what's Popovich's philosophy on passing balls? Is it 3 passes, 4 passes, 5 passes?
It's not really a number because a great open shot is an open shot. Some guys in our team got green lights, not many. Only Danny Green and Patty Mills. Everybody else, we try to move the ball, and then if we get a great shot, take it. But his philosophy is also good to great. So if you get a good shot, it's not good enough. You got to find a great.
So, as Boris was alluding to, they really stressed moving the ball. They really stressed playing as a team. They really stressed the importance of execution, not taking the good shot, passing it off for a better shot, a great shot. And I kind of asked myself, Ronnie, as I'm watching this game here, I sat down and I said, what the heck can Miami do to come back in the second half? I said, who can they stop? It wasn't one person. You have to stop the entire team.
Right. Well, Parker, when he's in the game, I feel like he holds the ball too much. So I don't think that is San Antonio's best lineup. At least put Parker off the ball. Maybe have Patty Mills or Ginobili controlling the ball a little bit more. Patty Mills really stretches out the floor. So that's Miami's best hope as far as holding down San Antonio's offense. If the ball is moving like that, I don't think you could hold San Antonio's offense too much. They're going to score. You just have to come back and score yourself.
Kawhi Leonard, last night's MVP?
Yeah, great game. Great game. He kept the pressure on LeBron. Great defense. Though LeBron was holding the ball, you got to put LeBron in the post. He wasn't in the post enough. Once he's in the post battling with Kawhi's going to get tired. He's not going to have that much energy for offense. But
Man, Kawhi was so aggressive last night.
Right.
I mean, there was not one opportunity that he did not take.
Right.
Every time the ball touched his hand, he made something happen. He seemingly made something happen. It was Boris Diaw. It was Danny Green. And you didn't even mention the starters. No one man is more important than the team.
Right. Duncan knows he could, go into the paint, get a bucket against Chris Anderson, against Chris Bosh. Every time they need to settle down, that's what they do. He also knows that he needs his other guys. He's not going to be the guy to score 30 points, grab 15 rebounds, and dominate the game or every game like he used to. So
I mean, he did it last season against the Heat. Bosh is playing better.
Yeah.
So...
But speaking of Bosh, what happened to him last night?
9 points, man. He only took 4 shots.
I think he had 12 touches. Yeah, he got to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
He can be.
He should be.
He should be. But once again, you need LeBron in the post. When LeBron's in the post, it opens up actually for Bosh. Because Bosh is a perimeter or offensive player nowadays. So LeBron in the post, commanding that double team, they're going to have to sag the defense onto him. That's going to open, maybe get Mario Chalmers hot. Or Norris Cole. I don't even think Mario Chalmers should be playing anymore. But
so adjustments for this series. If you're Miami, are you making a lineup adjustment or are you keeping it as is?
I keep it consistent for the first couple minutes. Run a couple drives, see if you can get Mario Chalmers a couple open shots early, see what he got. If not, pull him out, put Norris Cole in, or even put Wade as your point guard. I heard Tim Legler was speaking. His lineup was Wade, LeBron, Bosh, Rashard Lewis, and Chris Anderson.
Chris Anderson?
Yeah, Chris Anderson to guard Duncan. You need that. And then the rest, everybody else on the perimeter, except for LeBron posting up, even Wade posting up Parker, because Parker would have to guard Wade in that. So good lineup.
Mid-series prediction. I'm going to own this one. I had the Heat in 6. I thought the Heat were going to take the next 3 games. Unfortunately, the Spurs kind of ruined that. Adjustments that I see definitely needs to be in Miami's intensity to start off the game. They need to jump on. We have another soundbite for you guys. Here's Eric Spoelstra speaking at the podium about exactly what happened to the Heat in that first quarter.
Ethan Skolnick, Turner Sports Bleacher Report. Eric, why were they able to get so comfortable offensively so early in the game?
Well, we came out at a different gear than what we were playing at, and it just seemed we were on our heels the most part of the first half. And then when we started to get to a different gear in the third quarter, it was just tough to change the energy of the game. So you have to give them credit for really coming out with an aggressive mindset on both ends.
All right, Ronnie. So with Spoelstra talking about the Heat not being aggressive and San Antonio just jumping right on them from the get-go, this is actually a common theme that we've seen from the Heat as well, not just last night. Kind of disappointed in myself, disappointed in everyone in the media for not seeing this as well, not taking note of this as well. The Heat tend to have really bad starts to the games. Right. Why is that, Ronnie?
Well, they know they got the best player in the game. I think it's LeBron's approach. LeBron doesn't pick it up until he thinks he needs to a lot of times. He'll do everything else, like defend, rebound, and stuff like that. But as far as attacking, he kind of waits to do that a little bit. It's either got to be him or Wade attacking early on. At least get the other players involved and taking open shots. Just an aggressive mentality, which I think they'll show up with in Game 4. Mm-hmm. You know, they always show up big. They don't lose 2 games in a row in the playoffs.
Yeah, true that. So who do you have winning?
Miami has to win, so Miami will win.
All right. And who do you have winning for the series?
That's tough. San Antonio is the better team. I just do not see LeBron losing.
Okay. But I do want to touch on Chris Bosh some more. Really fascinating. I thought his confidence was growing in those first 2 games. Yesterday, 4 shot attempt. What do you think he's going to contribute this game coming up?
He knows he has to pick it up. I expect him to. I expect the big 3 to have a real big game in Game 4. I expect LeBron to pick it up in the second half. Wade and Bosh is really going to come out strong. See if they could attack a little bit. Hopefully the other players pick it up. Ray Allen. Rashard Lewis has been playing great quietly. Mm-hmm. A lot of minutes, a lot of threes. Even attacking a little bit. So I expect that, and then for LeBron to finish it off.
All right. Kawhi, beautiful game. 29 points. Really had his hand in the cookie jar a lot, even though he's not going to get credit for a lot of those steals. It's because of him, his placing, his footwork, his tenacious defense, why a lot of those steals were actually made. The question that I want to ask you about Kawhi, being that we were always on the topic of superstars, even in the past, I know he's not a superstar. Look, does he even have potential to be a star in this league?
Yeah, he could become a star. I still think he won't be the best player on a winning team. Still think he'll need other people. But, you know, when he's aggressive, he's not going to get you 29 points all the time. He's not going to average like that. But he gets you 18, 20. He should be able to do that. Great defense. Though I think LeBron took it easy on him. LeBron wasn't in the paint last game. LeBron's on the perimeter holding the ball. That's easy for Kawhi Leonard to defend. So I think that's what contributed to his offensive, being aggressive, and then LeBron taking it easy on him.
You remember last year in the finals, Kawhi was playing big every single game.
Right.
Or at least seemingly every single game. This year in the finals, his first quarter alone almost outscored his entire output for the first 2 games. He had 18 first 2 games combined, 16 in the first quarter alone in Game 3 of this year. I feel as though Leonard caught the Heat by surprise again, even though he shouldn't. What's your feelings on that, man? Was it by surprise, or was it Leonard just taking over?
No, it was the San Antonio's game plan. They said they talked to Kawhi Leonard. Pop talked to him, told him to be aggressive. He did pick up some cheap fouls early on, which kept him in the game. You know, the whole San Antonio team was aggressive in that first quarter, first half. So it wasn't just Kawhi Leonard. It was the tempo of the game, some easy steals, some fast break, the ball movement. A lot of people scored in the first half.
You know what? The tempo of the game was so upbeat. Even if Miami scored, it's like San Antonio was in transition.
Right. They were inbounding the ball quick. The person who was catching the inbound pass was almost near half court already. So they had a good 21 seconds in the shot clock to start, but they wasn't even using it. They were just ball movement. Nobody touched the ball, so they got to keep that up. Second half, they kind of slowed that down. Parker was dribbling a lot, so they got to come out with the same mentality for Game 4.
Yeah, this is a league where superstars win.
Right. Superstars win, and the superstars are on Miami's team.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, last game, you couldn't tell who the superstars were because LeBron and Wade combined 44 points. It's laughable, and it's laughable because Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green combined 44 points.
Right.
So you have role players on the San Antonio Spurs matching the output for your superstars. You're going to lose almost every time, especially when your team doesn't pick it up as well and match the rest of the output that San Antonio's team was getting.
It's going to be a battle of the better bench versus the superstars.
Yeah.
So whichever prevails is going to win.
Mm-hmm. With that being said, I want to get into our Ronnie rant section. Ronnie, what do you have for this week?
I heard something watching SportsCenter. Rick Barry was asked how many points he thinks he would average in the NBA nowadays. And this guy had the nerve to say 40 points.
The nerve?
Over 40 points. Now, Rick Barry was a great player. Obviously, I didn't watch him. So, I can't get into too details about his gameplay. But what I can say is you're not better than LeBron. Not better than Kobe. Not better than Melo. You're not better than a lot of these guys. And none of them average 40 points a game. How do you see yourself averaging 40 points a game in today's NBA? Oh, the rules are different back then. Hand check rule. But all of that is pointless. All right, you're not a better player. Today's NBA is defensive schemes. It's no longer take your player one-on-one and score over them. You're not scoring over 40 points. I doubt you average 20 points in today's NBA. Like, you're not doing it. And this is a common theme with NBA legends. These old great players feel like they're better than these superstars. You're not. You're not as athletic. You're not as strong. The only thing you have over them is maybe fundamentals. Maybe fundamentals. You're not scoring 40. Like Michael Jordan averaging 40 points. No, he's not. He would still be one of the best. Probably the best still in today's NBA. But you're not averaging 40. The closest person to do it was Kobe, averaging 35, and that was with who? Nobody else on his team. He had to take those shots, and obviously they didn't win.
Yeah.
These NBA legends have to let their
game
rest in peace. Like, please. Like, you're not coming in today's league dominating. It's just not happening.
Ronnie, great topic. Great topic, my guy. Great topic. So, let's get into this media takeout. What's been buzzing around the web? What we're getting ready to dive into. Your old good classic debate. The best draft class of all time.
Who do you have?
What do you mean, who do I have? Isn't it
have?
obvious?
No, it's not.
84.
Let's go over it, because obviously I don't choose 84. Let's go over some of the main players of the 84.
Right now, who do you have?
I have the 96 draft.
This is why 84 is the best. The best player to ever play the game of basketball. And I'm not talking about Kobe.
He was in the 96 draft. He was in the 96 draft. That's why.
But the well-renowned best to ever play the game, Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Right.
84.
Yeah. It was
Taking number
draft.
3. Who was in the 96? Who was your center? I win as far as centers go.
Do you want me to give you key selections of the 96 draft?
You know
Can
what?
I go through them?
Go through yours, and then I'll go through mine.
Tell me if you remember these names.
Go ahead.
Allen Iverson, first pick.
Is he in the league?
Great player. He was in the league for how many years? 15 years?
Okay.
You can't tell me he's not one of the best 50 players in the league. Best small guard.
He is.
Behind Isaiah Thomas.
He is.
Marcus Camby, long career, just stopped playing.
He's not the dream.
But he was definitely great. You got to go for volume, not just one or two great players.
Look, we're not even sure if he's making the Hall of Fame. Keep going.
Marcus Camby, great career. Ray Allen,
Sugar.
still in the league.
Jesus!
Still in the league. My man Kobe.
All hell.
Second best player of all time.
All hell Kobe Bean.
You know what I mean? Michael Jordan was in that 84 class, but you got Kobe to rival him.
Go ahead.
Steve Nash. We still in 96. Listen to the names. Jermaine O'Neal, great career.
Great career for Jermaine O'Neal. Come on, bro.
He's still in the league, Jermaine O'Neal. He's had a great career.
Yeah.
Derek Fisher was in that league. Stephon Marbury was in that draft. Antoine Walker was in that draft.
Just let me know when you're done.
Peja Stojakovic.
Let me know when you're done.
Who else was in here?
Guys, I'm about to eat his food.
I got some other players that you'll remember and you'll forget.
Let me know if you remember these players. The number 1 overall draft pick, as I said before. Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon.
Right.
Point guard position. That's trumps Steve Nash and also trumps, who'd you say, Stephon Marbury? Come on, guy. John Stockton.
Right.
Nah, there's no shaking your head at that. Charles Barkley. Come on, man.
Keep going.
I've already named. I'm gonna continue going, and those 3 players are all in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
You know, you also have Rick Carlisle. You know, surprise honorary nod for me because turned out to be a great coach.
Right.
You know, unbeknownst to a lot of individuals, recent nominee or inductee to the Hall of Fame, Oscar Smith. You don't even know who that guy is.
I can't lie to you. I really don't.
Let me, for everybody, including you, let me update you to who Oscar Smith is. Taking in the 6th round, the 131st pick, this guy leads basketball, all of basketball, in all-time points. You combine his NBA career and his FIBA career, he's almost at 50,000 career points.
Did you really just say FIBA?
Hell yeah.
FIBA? Yes. Are we talking about NBA draft or are we talking about FIBA?
He was in the NBA draft, and now he's in the FIBA Hall of Fame, and now he's in the National Hall of Fame as well, my guy. Come on
high
now.
school career?
Come on now. Oh, word. That's how you feeling?
The all-time leader. He outscored Wilt Chamberlain. Kobe and Wilt Chamberlain went to the same high school. Kobe has more points than Wilt Chamberlain in his high school career. Should I count
Who
that?
has more points in the NBA? You know what? Whatever. You're not gonna take away my argument by trying to devalue it. This guy has 49,000 career points, professional career points, Ronnie. I'm not talking about high school. I'm not talking about backyard balling. I'm not even talking about college ball. That's professional, Ronnie.
You might as well be talking about FIBA. Who played
this
in FIBA?
This guy. You know what?
What was his name? What was the guy's name? Who are we even talking about right now?
Oscar Smith.
Was he the best player in FIBA? If he was, then that was the league I don't even know
FIBA history.
about.
What you mean? That's the world championship.
Of what?
For the world. What do you think we go to the Olympics for? That's FIBA.
Do you want me to talk about Peja Stojakovic? He probably played in FIBA. Ilgauskas all played in FIBA.
Now listen to this. The reason, the next reason why it's the best draft of all time is because this was the first draft that David Stern actually conducted himself. Come on, man. Brownie points. Man, there's no way in hell you're telling me that your draft is better than mine. We have 4 of the top 20 players of all time. Stockton, all-time assist leader, all-time steals leader. Jordan, the best GOAT.
Who's better? As a basketball player.
What?
Who's better?
What?
John Stockton
or
Allen Iverson?
Now you asking me whose career I want.
I'm asking you who's a better player?
Overall?
You asking too many questions. Just answer the question.
Overall, Stockton.
Wow.
One-on-one, AI.
Who's better? Steve Nash, John Stockton.
Stockton.
2-time MVP? Steve
Stockton.
Nash?
Stockton.
Okay.
I'm taking Stockton 100%.
I'm not arguing one way or another. Just trying to...
Do you disbelieve? Do you not agree? Stockton not better than Steve Nash? Steve Nash plays no defense at all. And they both shoot.
He obviously had a better statistical career, assists and steals.
Scoring as well. He wasn't that far behind Nash in scoring. Stockton averaged 16 points. Nash is 17-something.
Well, I'm saying what he definitely dominated in, which is steals and assists. But you could argue that Steve Nash is a better player. Steve Nash, shooting percentage, what was it, like 40, 40, and 90? I mean, 50, 40, and 90?
40, 90, yeah.
Those are great numbers. Then you were speaking of Rick Carlisle becoming a
Honorably
great coach.
nod, yeah.
Derek Fisher's about to become a great coach.
Nice.
They have some great players in this 96 draft.
Let's do it like this. Right? Let's go by position. Point guard position. Who you taking? 84, 96. Steve Nash, Stockton.
If you're going like that, but there's about
your
three
best
great
point guard.
guards.
Your best point guard from 96 to my best point guard in 84. Who are you taking?
Steve Nash or John Stockton. I can't go wrong.
Moving forward, shooting guard.
Kobe versus Michael?
Yeah. You know I love Kobe just as much as you, but
Kobe
you know it had
versus
to
Michael.
come to this.
You're asking me who I would take? I'm taking Kobe.
Wow.
Kobe has something to prove against Michael.
Wow.
Kobe has something to prove. Michael said it himself. He'll beat everybody else in the history of the NBA except for Kobe. He don't know about Kobe. So I can't go wrong there either.
No comment from me.
Who's the better player? Michael.
Small forward position is kind of a wash for us. Power forward position.
Power forward. Who's the power forward here?
For you guys, we had Jermaine O'Neal, Antoine Walker. You know who we had.
Yeah, Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, I'm taking.
And Thorpe.
Who? Otis Thorpe?
Yep. 17,000 career points, 10,000 career rebounds. I'm sorry, whoever. Him alone surpasses everyone that you have as your power forward. Him alone, and I didn't even have to use Charles Barkley.
The 84 draft is top heavy, but as a draft class,
and once again the center. Yeah,
as a draft class, 96 is better when you take account the whole draft. Top heavy, of course. These players are Hall of Fame players. A lot of these players are still playing or just retired, so they don't have a chance to make the Hall of Fame. You mean to tell me Steve Nash is not in the Hall of Fame?
These are individuals.
Kobe's not in the Hall of Fame.
These are individuals with records that
Ray Allen
are unparalleled. Steve Nash is done. He's not even close to Stockton's 15,000 career assists. He's not even close to Stockton in steals.
Two-time MVP.
We both know those.
The
We
game of
both
basketball.
know. Revolutionized my butt.
Him and D'Antoni, the whole NBA is not playing.
Revolutionized my butt. We both know the NBA just did not want to give Kobe those 2 MVPs back in the day.
I'm not arguing that.
All right then. So
but at the end of the day, he still has the MVP trophies.
Okay.
Ray Allen.
You know what? I'm really wondering, and I hate to say this, Laker Nation, don't hate me for this. How good would Magic be in today's game?
He would get eaten alive on the defensive end.
That's 100% for sure.
Though they would maybe be able to hide him, though, really. They would be able to hide him. And he would get guarded. Like, he would get guarded.
Another argument for another day. That's all the time we have here. All right, all. Thanks for joining this week. Don't forget to subscribe and RSVP for next week's show. For Ronnie Jean and Jonah Francis, follow us on Twitter at RSVP Sports. RSVP Sports. What we say today matters tomorrow.